Okay, welcome back to another vlog. Today I'm attempting the Fort Nepean walk, so a return trip around 14.5 kilometers. It says roughly 3 hours. I'll be taking a little bit longer than that, stopping. We'll just take it easy. My first stop is at the quarantine station, 1.5 kilometers away. The reason for it being a quarantine station is in the early 1850s, a ship coming from Liverpool with 300 people on board. A lot of people got typhoid, dysentery, measles, and they did lose about 100 souls on board. So when they got here, because Melbourne was a new colony, they wanted to protect the citizens from the diseases, so they quarantined everyone here. Okay, just leaving the quarantine area now, and another 1.5 kilometre walk up to Gunner's Cottage. Just stopping at Gunner's Cottage for a little rest, a small bite to eat, and some more water. Not much to see here, only going to be a small stop, and then keep on going. Alright, about another 350 metres just off the track actually, but I think it'll be worth a look. It's Cheviot Hill, so it is uphill obviously, but not too far. Apparently the views are spectacular, so let's go and take a look. Okay, there's the Port Phillip Bay. You can see the ferry that goes from Queenscliff to Sorrento. That one's going from Queenscliff to Sorrento, and that one's going from Sorrento to Queenscliff. So I'm on top of Cheviot Hill, and there it is, just in the background a little bit. Cheviot Hill is named after SS Cheviot, which was a ship many years ago that shipwrecked just off the coast here. Now, as you can see behind me, that's Bass Strait. So if I keep turning around, because we're on a peninsula, now behind me on the other side is Port Phillip Bay. Much calmer there, obviously protected by the bay. And this side here, where Cheviot Hill is, not protected by the bay. So as you can see, much rougher waters. Now, a quick history lesson as well. Back in the late 1960s, I think it was 1967, the Prime Minister of Australia at the time, Harold Holt, who used to swim here frequently, used to come here a lot, even as a kid, went out for a swim one day, didn't come back, so yeah, lost at sea, and his body never found, and he went for a swim just off here. I'm heading for the point just down there behind that antenna. This is the end or the tip of the peninsula, which is where I'm heading for the actual tip. 1.9 kilometers to go to Fort Nepean, right to the pointy end of Mornington Peninsula. Yeah, the legs are starting to get a little bit sore, but I just did climb Cheviot Hill. The rest of the way is fairly level, nothing too steep. I've been averaging about 11 and a half, 12 minutes per kilometre, so I'm hoping it'll only take me 25 minutes or so to get there. Can't wait because I am getting a little bit hungry. Yeah, but I'll stop and have a bit of a rest there.
Fort Nepean is one of the fortifications that protected Melbourne during World War I and World War II. Above and below ground you will find gun emplacements, barracks, extensive tunnels, ammunition magazines, an engine house and even a bomb-proof room.
I'm in one of the tunnels here where they used to keep all the guns and the bombs. It's very eerie. Bomb-proof room. Disappearing gun.
A disappearing gun would sit on a hydro-pneumatic carriage. After firing, it would recoil below a low protective wall to enable reloading to be done in safety.
Let's go out. Well, I made it to the tip of Mornington Peninsula. I'm at Fort Nepean. Amazing place. I wish I'd had more time to stick around and have a look, but the day's getting on and I need to get back. But what I've seen of it so far is just amazing, and how it must have been hundreds of years ago here when they were protecting the land from, you know, possible invasions. Yeah, it's an amazing little piece of history, and you know, I've been living here for 50 plus years, and this is the first time I've come down here, so I'm glad to say now that I've made it to the tip of Mornington Peninsula, and I've seen Fort Nepean. I did the walk. It took me about 8 kilometres, over a couple of hours to get here. You know, but I did veer off a little bit, saw some other sites, different lookouts. Yeah, I am a bit tired. I can feel some blisters coming up, but yeah, I'm going to sit down, have a bite to eat, freshen up a little bit, and yeah, and then make my way back. You can also get shuttle buses here as well. I'm not sure if it costs anything or not. Lots of people are doing it, but yeah, maybe another time. Now, the land you see across the water there is Queenscliff. Now, to get to Queenscliff, you're going to have to drive about 2.5 hours. There's no other way to get there other than using the ferry. You can catch the ferry at Sorrento, and it takes about 45 minutes to cross. Okay, time to head back. I've had some lunch, had some water, and had a bit of a rest. Now time to do the 7.5 kilometers back. I'm going to try to not stop and see how long it's going to take me. I'm starting to get a couple of blisters, so this is going to be interesting. Now, on this part of the walk, well, I'm on the Coles track. There's not much to see here, so perfect chance for me to say please click on the like button and hit subscribe as well. Every little bit counts. If you want to as well, leave a comment and tell me where I should go next. What other walks should I do? Either in Victoria, New South Wales, or even South Australia. That's not too far for me to get to, so yeah, leave me a comment and tell me what other walks I should do. Okay, made it. Back at the car park. Took just over 90 minutes of walking and just over 6.6 kilometers. Been worth it. I've had a great time. My legs are absolutely killing at the moment, particularly my feet and my left knee. We'll see how well I recover, but yeah, time to get into the car. Okay, back in the car. Time to sign off. Thanks for hanging around, and I'll see you on my next travels.